Time now for the voice of the land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Always Positive Jay.
The Browns have found new ways to, what did they say, get losses from the jaws of winning. Instead of steal a win from the jaws of defeat, it's the exact opposite with the Browns.
Snag defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that's exactly right there. Yeah. So, they lose 30-28 today, and someone asked me as I was kind of finishing up work today, and that's why I got an Ohio State shirt on, because basically I just took off a couple layers. I had a brown sweatshirt on underneath my work shirt, and I made sure I had some sort of team that we know we can have fun
Yeah,
with.
I came in with the Guardians because I changed right out of my Browns gear.
Yeah, you were at the game, weren't you?
Yeah, I was at both. I was at Friday's game for the Guardians. I was at the game today. As soon as I got home, I'm like, no, I ain't doing the show in the Browns gear. You guys don't deserve the publicity from the show today. The Gardos do. And, yeah, I changed. Then Kevin's like, you know what, you're right. Ripped off his Browns hoodie. He's prepping a winner, another winner from this weekend, beating the hell out of Michigan State this weekend.
Why
nice.
can't we finish a weekend right?
I know. I was ready for that, just all 4 wins and ready to go on Monday for the super victory Monday. And the Browns, I told you, man, they're just trying to suck the fun out of everything.
Guardians win in their they win the wild card series. They're guaranteed 3 more games, and that's all they're guaranteed. But still, it's a team that's on the upswing, a young team that plays the game, the sport that they're playing the right way. The Cavs are another young team that plays the sport they're playing the right way. The Browns are mostly a young team that doesn't play the game they're playing the right way.
Well, and here's the thing is, I love football. I love Ohio State. The Browns infuriate me.
Yeah.
And the thing with the Indians, our Guardians, I love watching baseball. I like baseball. I'm not a guy that knows
I love
all
watching
the
baseball
rules.
too.
I don't know all the rules.
Postseason.
Yeah, I don't know all the rules and all this stuff. But I'm excited. I am so excited for the Guardians. I'm excited that this young team is in the postseason. And I turned it on. I had to work filming on Friday, so I was able to get in the car to catch the end of the game. And I'm driving, and I'm just the excitement, listening to that game on the radio. I'm driving on the edge of my seat.
Well, it helps you got Tom Hamilton, the GOAT, on the mic. So.
You're right. That definitely helps. But that's the kind of excitement I get when I watch Ohio State. Yeah. That's the kind of excitement I want to have when I watch the Browns. So far this season with the Browns, even when we've won, I've been ho-hum about the whole thing.
Well, funny,
which is weird.
I'm leaving, and they're like, we should be 5-0. I'm like, you
We're
could be
0-5.
0-5 too, real easy. So
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah. That was last week.
That was last week's show.
Being close is only good in horseshoes and hand grenades. You gotta finish the game, and they're not finishing games.
I'll tell them right now, man. With the Guardians coming on and the Cavs coming on, the Browns have had a stranglehold pretty much on the main fandom in this town, because it's a good sports town. It's not a great sports town when it comes to baseball. It is good, but when it comes to football, they're great. They're gonna lose that grip. They're gonna get. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna see more fans spending their money on the Cavs and the Guardians, or they better hope that when Deshaun Watson comes, he can help get the offense to score 40 points, because your defense can't stop anybody. The book's out. You could just run right up the gut on this team.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that, wishing for a better quarterback, better hope that
he's got to score 45.
Yeah, because I understand that Cade York shares in this, and I've been.
Oh, we'll play the blame game later, because you're gonna love what I have to say.
Yeah, we'll break all this down probably in the next segment, and then we're switching over to Guardians completely.
Yeah,
we're doing half and half today. I don't care that we're the Browns post game show. I'm not doing this the whole time. Like I was telling.
Who wants to hear about the Browns losing again? Who wants to hear about Guardians winning? I want to go talk about the Guardians winning. I don't really.
Yeah, someone asked me as I was kind of finishing up work. They're like, so because they hadn't seen me since the game ended. They're like, so what did you think about that game? I was like, I don't care. Just like what you were saying earlier in the show. You're not letting the Browns ruin your Sunday. Will we watch? sure, we're Clevelanders, we're still Browns fans, but not letting it ruin what other teams are doing. Just a great Sunday to be with family, with people.
Yeah, like today
being
was a
out of work.
beautiful weather day. Like, you ain't ruining my day no more. It ain't gonna happen.
No, and it's like, for me, Guardians, Cavs, and then Browns are there, but it's not going to ruin my day. Like, guess what? You keep doing this, at some point, something's got to change. Now, you're saying that people will change to, like, what we're talking about, Guardians and Cavs, and they'll spend more money on that. Will that be the case? Because people have kept doing it, and they did it through 1-31. Like, we all did it during 1-31 still. Will the Browns ever lose that stranglehold truly?
They might not. You might have a great point there, to be honest with you.
I
bought season tickets after they went 0-16.
I feel like that's almost like a philosophical question that we get into at the end of the show, and we never have time to really break down, or we go way over because we're breaking it down.
Andre Knott has been on top of this lately. He's totally talking about how he just doesn't understand why we're not buying into the Guardians as much. Like, they are literally producing winning season after winning season after winning season, and just we're like, they should spend more. And I've been on here and I've yelled at the Dolans for not spending. I was wrong. These dudes know what they're doing. You know what? If you can get into the playoffs with that payroll and these young kids, and now they're all going to get that opportunity to grow together and become this young, awesome core that has many years ahead of them.
And there's still a couple top 100 prospects.
Right there, buddy.
There's still a couple top
100.
Yeah,
our best prospects ain't even up yet. That's the best part. The farm club is loaded.
I don't know. And I was talking about that too with the Dolans and everything like that. You know what the beautiful thing about this show is? We come on here, we say we're wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but whether we make predictions or we give our opinions, we're not saying that our opinions are going to fully come to fruition. They're fact right in that moment. As time goes on and that opinion, the play happens on the field or on the court, we made opinions beforehand. Sometimes that what actually ends up happening proves out to be a fact that proves us wrong. And we come on here and we say we are wrong. Like, now, would we like to see the Dolans spend a little bit more? Sure. But where you have to give them credit with the Guardians and with this Cleveland baseball organization when they were still with the Indians, like, it hasn't just happened just now that when they changed the name. I think everybody's thinking like, the curse is lifted or something like that with the name being changed. It's not. They've been doing this consistently. They have put the right people in place, and when someone else moves on,
with that name change, please remind me to give a disclaimer to certain people by the end of the show.
I will.
Because I am beyond fired up about something I seen that Friday.
That'll probably be something that people don't hear because we'll be in a commercial break, and while we can hear each other through the microphones, no one else will be able to hear.
I'm saying it on air.
I know, but I'm like, to remind you.
Thank you.
The reminder will probably come off air.
Now, what you were saying before, yes, okay, we admit we're wrong. Because guess what? Everybody's wrong. There ain't a person in this media, and I'll tell every one of you guys all and you're supposed to talk like you're always right. But guess what? If you were always right on sports, you'd all be millionaires, and Vegas would be broke.
Yeah, like
if everybody knew everything, you'd be gambling and be all millionaires.
And on the other end of that spectrum, when we are right, like, we're not here to just get up on some pedestal and hey, good, we were right this time. Glad and it worked out for our team. Like, that's the beauty of it. Oh my gosh, we were wrong. So sorry we were wrong. Love that we were wrong. Rooting to be wrong, because guess what? By us being wrong, that is a good thing for our team.
Exactly.
But
the only we want is our teams to just do. If we're good or right or wrong, we just want our teams to do good.
But where we usually aren't wrong, and this isn't I'm not saying we as in this show. I'm saying we as in Cleveland fans. Where we aren't wrong is blind hope in the Browns, but always preparing for the worst, because this kind of crap that happened today continues to happen and in so many different ways. But guess what? They said on the broadcast on CBS, heartbreak city for Cleveland. Guess what? I don't feel heartbroken today. Not like in the past, because of the team that Jay is wearing and representing today. embodies what this city is about. The Cavaliers embody what this city is about. The images of them signing autographs at their scrimmage and being out there. You know what? A message to the Guardians and the Cavs. Stop going to the Browns games because who gives a crap? They're not. When they come to your games, you guys are showing them how to play, or at least the type of energy, effort, mindset to come out with. They don't do that. They're not worth your time either. You guys focus on being two young teams right across the plaza from each other, support each other, and maybe the Browns will finally get their act together and come along. But I don't know if the actual tenure, the atmosphere, the mindset of the city will be like, we are going to switch to these teams. I don't know if that'll ever happen, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's just what's ingrained in Northeast Ohio. It's football. We know that. Browns football, high school football, Ohio State football, college football, whatever it is, football is Ohio.
It was made here. I mean, that's why.
Ohio is football. And I don't know that, not to anybody's mistake or error or whatever, that people can never fully back. We're not going to be able to back away from actually watching the Browns. I think
no, I'll torture myself every Sunday.
We'll torture ourselves, but I think at the end, I think the way that the city kind of maybe pays a little bit more attention to the Guardians and the Cavs is that they won't give you that feeling at the end. And at the end, get in your car. If you go to the game or you're out watching with friends, get in your car, turn on some music, let it go. Because they clearly don't care to change it. They'll tell you we're going to change it. Oh, it's on me. We gotta call better plays. We gotta do all that.
Donovan said it best after Miles was upset about the booing. He goes, "No, dude, they're emotionally investing into you guys. We always are. Like that crowd was loud today. It was. I always am like skeptical, I guess, of our crowd because I believe it has such potential and better potential than what it is. But today I gave it a good solid 8. I love to see it at a 10, but today was a great 8, and we put our heart and souls into this team. We keep coming year in, year out, and you're not giving it back. You're not returning the love. We want some love, Browns. Help us out.
We know
dying over here.
And we know we're playing our backup quarterback, but there's plenty of talent on this team that is not getting the job done at the end of the day, and we are still in this doldrum of mediocrity of football, and it's not good enough. We're giving to, we're not getting back. We give to the Guardians, they give back, or they gave to us, and now we're giving back. Yes,
But they came out this weekend, and I'm so glad to see.
City of Cleveland definitely came out,
and that crowd was rocking, man.